right. Josh and Bekah Parker, thanks for joining me today. How are you guys?
Great, thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Okay, so for people who may not know you guys, introduce yourselves. How many kids do you have? What are their grade levels? That sort of thing.
Yeah, so we're the Parkers. My name's Rebecca. We have 3 kids, 2 of whom are students at VCS. One is a baby. But our son just finished kindergarten. He will be starting first grade in the fall. And then our daughter finished kindergarten readiness and she'll be starting kindergarten in the fall. So, yeah.
Fabulous. Thanks, Bekah. It's been such a pleasure having you guys at VCS this past year. So help families to understand, why did you guys originally choose VCS?
Go first.
Well, we both come from very different school backgrounds. She came from public school in Central Valley. I came from private Christian school abroad internationally. And so it was kind of a journey for us to think through school in Vacaville for our kids. I think first it was kind of who we knew. We knew some families from VCS who have graduated from here, who spoke very highly of it. And so that was probably the starting point. But we also just really wanted to find a place where our kids can have a fully integrated faith and education experience. Sure. And so that was important to us.
Yeah, and the real decision maker was we decided to tour VCS, and we were just really impressed at everything that we saw and everyone that we spoke to. It was a big deal for us to integrate faith into education. I feel like I didn't have that until I went to a Christian university, and I feel like I know how important and meaningful it can be in a kid's growth and faith journey. And I want to say on like the other end of our first year here, it has been a real gift to watch our kids grow and memorize scripture and just have teachers and staff members who really truly care for who they are and who they will become. Like, we really have been impressed with how they've been invested in.
I think one story from the tour too is we're touring around and you're seeing the facilities, you're meeting the people. But the moment that stuck out most to me was at recess. We saw a kid who was crying, and I don't know if it's the teacher's aide or whoever was on recess was hugging them. And I was like, that was very special. So.
Yeah. So I want to double click on that for a moment. So when you guys initially thought, like, okay, what we want to pursue, what we want for our kids with education, what were maybe some of those things? Because like that obviously tapped into something that was important for you guys. I don't want to put words in your mouth, whether or not that was your kids being known or feeling like they were connected or that they were loved, but what were like some of those things that maybe you guys were looking for with the school? And then, when you went through the tour and like you saw that experience, Josh, like kind of reached out to you.
First.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think honestly, like having young kids, this is kind of a whole new journey of discovering what's important to us and what we want for our kids. So I think we knew we wanted faith to be an element of education, and we wanted good education also. But to me, it was really the connection of like feeling seen and supported, and seeing a kid who's having a hard time on the playground not be a number in a large context. That was like the care piece, I think, that stood out to me.
Yeah, and I think, again, I'm speaking now on the other end of a full year here, but I really feel like both of our kids were known and cared for all of who they are, their imperfections and their great qualities. All of their teachers and teachers' aides really sought to know them and facilitate what they needed to thrive in their education. And it was also just a gift to know that they were praying for our kids and their well-being. Absolutely. And really cared to see them thrive. Yeah. And we really experienced that. So
I love that. That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. So another question for you guys. So it's been a pleasure getting to know you guys this year, both personally and then at school. And I think it's been really cool to see you guys get connected with a lot of, I think, just the VCS community. Someone coming from as a new family, new to VCS, and coming from the outside might look at a private school as difficult to get connected, and maybe connection is not a part of the VCS experience, like for families and stuff. What's been your guys' experience with that?
I think there were more opportunities than even we expected to get to know people and connect with other families. There was, in the fall, a lot of different new family events. I forget exactly what it was called, but someone texted me and reached out
The Connect Team.
Oh, it's called the Connect Team, great.
Yeah.
Just to see if we needed anything, had any questions. And I think it was really quickly that we found several families in both our kids' classes that we were able to get to know.
I'd say it was the opposite, where it was actually surprising how much connection and social activities and opportunities to get to know people. It was like the calendar was very full very quick. it was a little surprising in like a good way.
Yeah.
There wasn't an absence of that at all.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Because I think for so many families, there's so many things that they want for their kids, but I think many families, this has been my experience, is that they want to be connected. They want their kids to be connected. They want their kids to be known and feel known, right? And so that's encouraging that that's been your guys' experience. I love that. What about, okay, so if you guys, if a family is watching this and they're considering education for their kids, right? So as a family tries to think, what is best? What's the right school for their kids? What advice maybe would you guys have for them?
We have truly been blown away at how much we loved the private school option. I think like he articulated, we came from different backgrounds. Because I came from the public school world, was a little more skeptical of if we like needed the private Christian education. But both of our kids, like the amount they learned, how they were pushed, like the education is exceptional, but the community and care is like just a step above. And I'm sure we know there's great teachers everywhere and there's good community, but we've been truly impressed at how our kids were nurtured in the classroom and beyond. So we've loved it.
Yeah, I mean, from my own journey of just like navigating family values of like what's most important. Yes. What are the options? And where we landed was we felt like we wanted to give this a try, and after a year we're very, very happy. But it was a little, again, like I said, like it was a journey to kind of navigate those family conversations to figure out what's most important and what the options are. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess the advice would be like, take the time to engage those family conversations.
One more question about this before we close. So as you guys went through your journey, I know personally that you guys are very intentional as parents. And families who are looking for private education, families who may be looking at VCS, are probably weighing some of the same things that you guys did. What advice might you have around sort of the research process, right? Because you said earlier, Bekah, you went on a tour, and that when you guys went on a tour, that made a huge difference. Yeah. And so as families think through like how they do their research, what might be some advice that you might give from your experience and having gone through the process of what families should look for, what kinds of maybe questions they should ask?
Yeah, I think some of the questions we came in with, well, first I'll say the tour was very thorough. I feel like it answered a lot of questions before we even had them. Awesome. And we got to step into classrooms and just kind of see firsthand that there are small class sizes, that the kids are getting like more intentional one-on-one time with their teachers and aides. But yeah, I would say take a tour of VCS. Mandy's the best. I don't know if she's the only one that does the tours, but she was great for us. Talk to other families who have gone before. I think we did that a lot. Just had them share their experience, what they loved, nowhere's perfect, but what was right about it for them. And just, I think coming to see firsthand and talking to families who have experienced it really helped us make our decision.
I think you said it. I think come in person and have some conversations would be my advice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for spending some time with me today. I'm sure this is going to be a huge blessing for families that are looking at VCS and looking at choosing the right school for their kids. And so we love that you guys are here and you're a part of the VCS family. You have wonderful kids. You guys are a wonderful family. And so grateful to know you, and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Come to VCS, guys.